and I need to launch Minecraft. Let me close that. There we go. We're back live again. Hello, everybody. Porky, can we get the soundtracks on the background? Okay. Is that too loud? Let me see. Wow, what the hell? Can you soften it a little bit? Like, I guess 5%. There we go. I think this is fine, right? Is the music fine right now, guys? Yep. I hear a yep from Quiet Dove, and I trust the guy who basically did everything. Thank you, Deception. All right, Porky is kind of ready. Porky, do you have the camera hand, by the way? I'm not sure. Also, did you leave the chats, the NDA chats? Just making sure. Oh, okay. All right. I see you. All right, I'm in you. Are you ready, Porky? Are you also going to be talking? Just me. Oh, yeah, all right. Porky's unmuted. So, hello everybody, welcome to our bending tournament. If you want to see the bracket, you can always use the bracket command in chat. Yeah, make sure to keep refreshing that, because once it says it's completely ready, that's when it's actually ready, because the people, keep joining in last second, so we try to compensate for that. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and tell Cora, we are ready. All right, sweet. We are ready for the first match, which is between. Is it Grand Mage System and no? I'm still refreshing. So it's between Euro Shadow and between. As my challenge is refreshing. Yeah, and we're waiting for the event organizers to start, basically. So, Euro Shadow, one of our prominent waterbenders, the winner of one of our tournaments. It's Mako Band versus Euro Shadow. Mako playing as a non-bender against Euro Shadow, who's a waterbender. I feel like Euro Shadow definitely has the upper hand here, given his experience and, being the victor of plenty of tournaments before. As you can see, we changed up the arena quite a bit. This is basically done to nerf waterbenders a bit more, who were really, really prominent, while still, not taking away too much from them. Porky, is there anything you'd like to say, analysis-wise? Yeah, I can hear you. we've seen, as far as I can see. Okay, people can't hear you really well, Porky. Can you turn up your mic for them? I don't mind. I can turn you up through Discord, but the stream can't hear Porky well. Porky can't hear you well.
Oh yeah, I think I fixed it now.
Okay, I hope that's better, guys. Sorry for the
Yeah,
technical issues at the start.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Um, so Well, I guess I haven't really been able to pay too much attention to this fight itself, but I feel like this should be a piece of cake for Yuri Shadow, and
Yeah,
he does take
yeah.
the win. He is a very prominent waterbender. He has his very own playstyle. I feel he he is able to control the field really well and basically create a lot of sources for himself. As Porky mentioned before, using phase change, um, it's kind of always interesting to watch your shadow because he'll always dynamically change the battlefield. Our next fight is going to be between Grand Mage Deciznam and Caesar Swar. Two pretty experienced benders. Who'd you give this to, Porky?
Um, I think I'm gonna have to. Well, actually, I know that Caesar is pretty skilled, but he's using Earth, which I don't think he's pretty used to. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of
true.
gonna be a toss-up.
I'm gonna turn my microphone down a little bit so people can hear you better. Give me a second as I do that. I hope there we go. I hope this is better, chat. But yeah, let's see. Is this better? Can you hear us equally now? Let's also, in the meantime, look at Grant Mage Decisionum, who is an Earthbender, and I think Grant Mage Decisionum is pretty familiar with Earthbending. Caesar 4 is like really new to Earthbending. We see Grand Mage has packed into Strength, Protection, and a bit in Movement Speed. Movement Speed as an Earthbender is something I don't really frequently see. Do you have like a specific opinion about that?
Um, I mean, I can definitely see some high mobility Earthbender playstyles being successful, especially if you just are able to kind of maximize the mobility by just knowing when to use the Earth dodge and catapult moves. You can actually be a pretty mobile class.
Yeah, and that's why I would think you would like spec into Bending Energy Regeneration instead of Movement Speed, right?
Well, I mean,
Because, sorry, God.
that wouldn't exactly help with the cooldowns. Because Earthbending has the 400 maximum energy, which is different than the
Yeah,
normal 200 of the other elements.
yeah,
Energy regeneration is mostly useful for the energy stage moves, but not so much for the mobility moves, because those are just the main limitation on those
sure.
is just the cooldown.
Yeah, I feel like we're ready. It's an interesting choice, right? Caesar Sword is more focused on bending energy regeneration and vitality and basically being tanky, while Grant Mage's system is more, I guess, pegged as a firebender. Movement speed, strength, and a bit of protection, I guess. It's pretty interesting to see how this fight will pan out. We are ready. Um, let's see if. Okay, yep. And the fight is going to start in 3, 2, 1, 0, and off we go. Caesar Swar not even looking at Grant Mage the Siznam, just like staring at the corner of the arena. But he is actually putting up some walls for himself. Not it's clearly not experienced as an earthbender. He's just stuck there and he's just eating a shatter to his feet, basically.
Yeah, I'm actually now remembering Caesar had mentioned that he has some pretty bad lag issues right now.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
think
and then
he,
also
yeah, he was definitely
but
going to
the
go for a
sandstorm is
sandstorm technique
huge.
here.
Did they both use that? No,
Yeah.
no, no. Grand Mage's system is basically dying in a sandstorm right now. Like, I mean, oh my god, he
Oh
died!
wow.
I was like, what?
That.
Because, like,
Yeah.
that damage is stacked up. Well played, I guess, by Caesar. You couldn't get out. I think he was stuck. He just baited Grand Mage in there. It was just. It's beautiful. Well, I guess that's fine. Yep. 1K baby. Yeah, and our next fight is between Ubu and Deception. Deception, rather prominent Firebender, new team member of ours, and yeah, as I said before, right? Strength, this time not protection but penetration. He does opt to go into bending energy regeneration, which is I've already talked with Cupcake about this in the previous tournament, and while I understand that Flame Slash does help in like regenerating, and maybe in the most ideal scenario, you don't want to spec into bending energy regeneration because you have Flame Slash.
Well,
In a normal scenario, you won't be able to hit your Flame Slash, and you'll need to keep up your DPS, or you'll need to be able to control your opponent better, which is what I guess learned from Cupcake. Is there
well,
anything else you can say about that? A Firebender specking into bending energy regeneration?
yeah. When it comes to firebending, the biggest difference is really going to be whether or not they actually have burnout active, because that provides a pretty significant change to the stats, both buffs and debuffs.
Yeah, Ubu has not selected any of their stats yet. We are kind of waiting, and I'm also kind of waiting for confirmation. Ubu is an old-time player who has recently, I guess, joined back. Apparently, I don't know too much about them. Maybe they also renamed, but we are waiting for confirmation. Are we ready? Question mark. We are. Like, the broadcasting team is ready. Okay, yeah, they're getting Ubu to do his stats. So is there anything else we can say about this matchup? It's a firebending for his firebending matchup. How would you approach this? I know you're a firebender at heart. It is your main element, even
Yeah.
though you've been playing Earth and a lot of other elements as well. But
Um,
you're really, really good at firebender.
when
Go
it
ahead.
comes to fire versus fire matchups, I think the biggest deciding factor is whether or not they can actually land their Fire Blast Wave ability. Because that is a really high damaging ability that can kind of turn the whole entire fight if they're able to land enough of them.
So is that like the fire jet or like the flare blitz into fire blast wave?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the most common combo for fire right now is probably a mobility move leading into the Fire Blast Wave. Because having a high velocity. Okay. Yeah, I still need to fix my mic volume issue a bit, but
It's good to me. Yes.
uh,
Compared to Zuko, I'll just I can also lower my mic a little bit. But yeah, go ahead, keep them going. We'll hear if it's better. I lowered my microphone. We'll see.
do you think this is any better or?
No, I'm too quiet. I'll just turn it up a slight notch. Quiet up. Forky is better. Okay. All right. I'm turning it up. Could be a little bit. Yep. 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 Um, can you turn up the sound of the stream? Let me blast you on my speakers. Okay, Lashium, I guess. That'll do. Okay, we're ready. Let's see. All right,
Okay.
we are ready. Yeah, and the fight is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice flame shot. One of my most favorite sound effects. It's so gorgeous. Oh my lord. And the fire rain actually barely didn't connect, but Deception did hit land the mobility move with the fire blast wave combo right there a moment ago, where Ubu basically whiffed his shots. And the flame bomb with a fire rain right afterwards. Ubu is in a very, very rough spot. Is not using heat control at all. Rest in peace, Ubu is probably about to die in any moment right now. There is quite some damage onto Ubu.
Yeah, Deception is definitely using the mobility of fire to its maximum potential here.
Oh boy, and another, he's set on fire again, and fire armor is not really going to help against that because it's through damage,
Yeah,
like fire takes itself.
this is pretty clearly a one-sided match. You can see Deception
Yeah.
pretty regularly
He's
taunting him.
And also the smoke behind Deception, as you can see, is one of our new bending moves. It's called Burnout. It gives you basically more damage and more bending energy regeneration at the cost of protection. And there he goes. Rest in peace, Ubu. Well played, Deception. Yeah, and please no teabagging, bro. I had to combine dancing class with this guy. Sep, pretty toxic. Come on, you should know better. Nah, it's not dancing, it's teabagging, deception. It's not good. Did you all just hear those sound effects? Yes, we did, because the new resource spec is actually up on the event server. We're kind of doing some test runs on it. Um,
Well, I may have had the volume off for that last fight, but I just turned it on now. So for the future fights, we should be hearing the SFX on the actual stream.
oh yeah. My apologies. I actually have them on my end, so I thought Porky had them on his end too. But it's yeah, it's I like the I love the flame shot sounds. It's I don't know, it's so simple, but it's so satisfying. So our next fight is between Spug, another very prominent firebender, again going with fire, very similar build, but does pack into movement speed, kind of an interesting difference, against I am the powerful E, who is a firebender, I mean an airbender, and he's packed 73 points into strength, and 1 point into vitality, and 1 point into strength, protection. So, what do you feel about this very peculiar airbending build? He's been on
Um,
our server for a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to think about that.
73 strength, 1 vitality, 1 protection. It's it's pretty interesting. The From what I've seen in the air versus fire matchup, the problem as a firebender is usually that like when you get like caught in a wind slam or one of those like moves that really hurt you by making you take fall damage. So I feel like as a firebender, and I'm not sure if I'm right on this matter, but as a firebender, you want to dodge and bait out the wind slams and then go in ham using a variety of moves like the combo you were talking about before, or just literally just spamming slash and shot all the time.
Yep. Another method of dealing with the wind slam as a firebender is actually just to utilize the fall resistance that some of the mobility moves you have give you. So if you're able to time some fire jets or some fire kickback moves correctly, you can kind of just avoid the fall damage from a wind slam before they even activate it.
That's interesting. There we go. The fight starts between Spug and I am the powerful E. And, we already see Spug doing the same as Deception was doing a moment ago, and he gets hit in air by the Wind Slam. Doesn't take a truckload of fall damage because he was, like, further up in the sky. But he does take, like, damage from the Wind Slam itself. Uses the Fire Bomb, but isn't able to connect, though the Flare Blitz seems to connect. The fire kick wave, fire kickback didn't connect a lot, but again, that combo, flare blitz, fire blast wave, and it's quite a beefy damaging combo. And I'm not too sure what the powerful E is doing right here. Is set on fire, and then
Oh,
the solar burst.
yeah.
Holy moly!
Spug has burnout
Obliterated.
active, and the solar burst already does a high amount of damage, so that was
He
definitely going
caught
to be
him in
devastating.
there. Yeah, well played by Spug. And like I know how hard it is to catch an airbender, but credits where credits due. Well played by Spug. Sad to not see as much mobility from an airbender from the powerful E, but I well played. That SFX is so hot. Thank you, Spectre Ghost. All right, and our next match is not going to be between these two people, since we are skipping. I guess our next match is going to be already in round 2. Yeah, it's going to be round 2. Yagura Kuratachi versus Euro Shadow, and that's an interesting fight. Both very prominent waterbenders, both winners of tournaments previously. Um, Both probably beaten by Porky at any given moment in time. Easily,
Whoa,
right?
yeah,
What do you
let's go
think
with
about
that.
this matchup?
Sure. But yeah,
What's your opinion on this matchup?
Out of all the new players we've been getting in the last few months, I think the Waterbenders have really shown the most innovation with the playstyle.
Yeah, I agree. Uh, like looking at Yagura, his static allocation is a bit interesting. He has 40 points into vitality, 25 into penetration, 10 into protection. So a relatively tanky build. Do you think he'll go and try to outplay your shadow by, locking him up and heal at a distance to make full use of, allocating into protection and vitality basically?
Honestly, I think it's going to be hard for either of these players to catch the other one off guard. I think both of them
Yeah.
have pretty high reaction times, so they're going to be able to kind of get out of whatever situation the other one throws at them.
And we are ready. Let's see if our participants are ready as well. And I guess, presume the fight is going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, and the fight starts. And immediately we already see a phase change by Yuguru Kuritachi, and basically they're just dolphin diving towards each other, trying to hit some moves. And Shadow is actually hitting more moves as far as I can see onto Yugura, and thus dealing more damage onto Yugura. It's pretty close fight, I'd say, but still, I feel like Shadow has the upper hand, and Yugura also mentioned being a bit rusty and not having fought a lot. Um,
That was a pretty equal trade of attacks there. Actually, it seems like a pretty balanced fight right now. I'm not really sure who is winning.
um, wait, what? What the hell happened to the audio? Apparently, can they hear us? It was fine 30 seconds ago. I can check real quick. Um, but in the meantime, if you can hear us, we can see your Shadow and Yagura fighting on the leaves. Leaves do extra poison damage. They're really just close combat fighting. Face changing to water and ice. And water and ice. It's basically, a game of, I guess, rock, paper, and scissors. Oh, but your Shadow catches Yagura Karitachi inside of the cage.
Actually,
Doesn't
I think
manage
that was
to.
Yagura using a phase change to create the shield around him. It actually was the perfect timing because
Oh.
it blocked an ice spear from Shadow.
Yeah. I already thought he didn't manage to capitalize on it, but apparently, but
Oh,
it is Yagura Kuritachi who ends up falling. Yeah, my audio is fine right now. I don't know. I have my mic is just doing decently fine. But apparently the stream is encountering some times where my mic is dropping and then like getting back up. Yeah, well, we're looking into it, guys. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, we cannot, guys. We cannot play songs that aren't like literally created by us. Otherwise, we'll be facing the MCA, right? That's not something we want, especially given the situation that a lot of streamers have found themselves in. Um, I'll just increase my sound a little bit more. Then hopefully this is going to be better. So the next fight is between Mr. Slushy 96 and Banana Virus. Banana Virus is a person who's been participating in quite some of our betting tournaments, relatively equal stat distribution overall. Didn't go into penetration or protection, but the rest is basically equal. And then it's against Mr. Slushy, who's a firebender, um, who has spec very significantly into movement speed, 60 movement speed and 15 bending energy regeneration. I haven't ever seen a firebender who really focused this much on movement speed. It does make a bit of sense. Fire has a lot of raw damage, a lot of raw DPS, and your weakness is getting caught off guard. But like, given the current meta, I guess, where firebenders use the combination of flare blades plus fire blast wave, I'm not sure if it's the smartest choice.
yeah, that was actually the perfect summary of that Zuko. Firebenders have a lot of velocity-based mobility moves, so having like a movement speed buff isn't exactly as impactful as something like bending energy regen. that can give you more options when it comes to mobility moves.
And we are ready, giving the Reddit check to our event organizers as the fight is about to start in 3, 2, 1, go! Another fight between a firebender and an airbender. This time, a more experienced airbender who is utilizing the sky itself. And you can see as a firebender, it's
yeah.
harder to catch them. He does use a combo, so Mr. Slushy knows about the combo and tries to do it, and he actually uses Solar Burst in place. Banana Virus gets hit for a lot of it. Poor Banana Virus. It actually feels like Banana Virus is getting damaged quite a lot. Some flame shots are hitting. The fire bomb a moment ago hit. And
On top of that, he took several seconds of fire tick damage after that solar burst, so that's gonna definitely hurt him.
Exactly. I feel like Banana Virus really needs to find a way to come back, and using Air Scooter is not going to be helpful against somebody who's literally like flare blitzing into your face and using that Fire Blast wave. And another one of those moves. Oh, and did he die? No, not yet, but I feel like Banana Virus is at very low HP. Might be a couple of flame shots. That's where it probably will end.
I think Banana Virus's only option right now is kind of to get off a good Wind Slam to turn the fight, but if he isn't able to do that, I think the fight's pretty much over.
Oh. He does hit the Wind Slam, and the Slushy is silenced. Takes a lot of damage from the Wind Slam. Hits the Fire Blast wave as far as I can see, but does actually like retaliate back onto Mr. Slushy. It's a really close fight, it seems, because Banana Virus is seemingly managed to turn back his HP deficit into roughly an equal state. So right now it's basically a Mexican standoff. They're both low HP. They're both trying to figure out. Oh, and he misses the combo, and actually Banana Virus wins the fight. Well played by Banana Virus and also by Mr. Slushy. I was heavily convinced that Slushy was going to win that round.
That Wind Slam definitely turned the fight in his favor there.
Yeah.
I think
you predicted it really well.
I think if any other firebender with more kind of meta stats had fought, I think they would have been able to outdamage them and kind of take that home. But I think the movement speed kind of ended up making them lose the fight there.
Our next fight is between Warrior Muffin and Caesar Swar. Warrior Muffin is definitely somebody who just was a newcomer previous tournament. We'll have the VODs up really soon, guys. I'm sorry I haven't had them up yet. But the previous bending tournament, there are highlights about Warrior Muffin against Ashel D, and Warrior Muffin came up really strong. I believe Warrior Muffin is a really, really good waterbender, and Caesar, being on the suboptimal earthbending class right now, for him, right, he's not experienced with it. I feel like Warrior Muffin is highly, highly favored in this matchup right now. I don't know how to say it any other way. I was so surprised, pleasantly, by how Warrior Muffin performed in the previous tournament that I heavily favored him, as I said before.
It really seems like Caesar's main goal right now is just to get off a good sandstorm to win the fight. But with Water's mobility, with the 2 pools on the map, I don't think that's really going to be possible here.
And we are ready, I guess. So they're doing some ready checks on Caesar Swar and Warrior Muffin. And we can see some... Oh, yep, the ready checks went through and we started. Quick wall, but Warrior Muffin just curves that Water Blast right across right around the wall. Caesar Swar making the questionable decision to stay in water as an earthbender against a waterbender.
Oh, it seems like Caesar had actually tried to shackle them, but they somehow missed it, even though they were both inside the cage.
Well, that was a good attempt. Caesar already, started with his earth armor at the start. You can see Warrior Muffin is trying to curve some of his moves, and he's actually hitting quite some decent blasts onto Caesar, and Caesar not able to capitalize.
So
yeah, but not able to do.
This fight's pretty much over at this point.
Yep. And oh, another shackle misses. I feel like Warrior Muffin definitely knows what Caesar is trying to do and isn't getting close. He's trying to basically bait a couple of these moves. The Shadow was nice but didn't hit. The Cage Shatter was a nice attempt but didn't hit. And the Earth Armor is still up, actually. So, but Caesar is taking quite a lot of damage. I feel like he has to get off like a great shackle into, I guess, a shatter, which he both just basically missed. I think he hit the shatter, but he missed the shackle.
Even with the great defenses that Earth Armor can give, I don't think Caesar can really come back from this.
Yeah. Also, like, do you see the use of Creeping Eyes by Warrior Muffin?
Yeah.
Basically, he's using it just as a platform to walk quickly on. So he's trying to bait Caesar's like his shackle, which Caesar seems to throw around a little lackluster. That was a funny one. Yep, the face change. Oh, beautiful.
Wow,
well,
that was actually
but the sandstorm?
surprising sandstorm there.
Yep.
It
I
seemed
mean,
kind of
Warrior
random
Muffin did
from
get.
Caesar's perspective, but he actually was able to catch them with it.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, but you can see, as I said before, right? The shackle keeps coming out at pretty random spots, and Warrior Muffin just has this
Yep,
yeah,
there it
he,
is.
he won the fight, but he has his Creeping Eyes, and the Creeping Eyes gives him movement speed. Like it's just he it's hard for Caesar to hit a move like that. He had to. I feel like he had to catch Warrior Muffin like literally in a cage, shackle him there, shatter him there, and like make his life really miserable at that point. But I don't know too much about the water versus earth bending matchup. I would have probably performed worse than Caesar swore. Valiant effort. Rest in peace, Caesar. Warrior Muffin moves on to the next round. And our fight right now is between two rather prominent firebenders. Incognito Subito has been performing decently in previous tournaments, and against Deception, who is, one of our more prominent firebenders. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we want to use the mobility into Fire Blast Wave because the other person is going to Fire Blast Wave you out, which means you're likely to miss your Fire Blast Wave unless I guess your ping is super high. I mean low, So if you're close to the server, you can react to it more easily. But I don't know. It's a pretty peculiar matchup.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's gonna win this one, honestly. I know that Incognito has definitely he's gotten a lot better in a very short time span, so I think I'm gonna have to favor him in this fight, but it really is gonna be a toss up. Well,
we
actually,
just well, we're waiting for some more information. I'm not sure where Incognito Subito went. I guess they did DC'd. So we're waiting for them. Sep already claiming to have won through internet bending. Yeah, wait, did he leave or did he DC? Because I didn't see him. He said lol spug and then he just DC'd, I think. Yeah, he didn't like say he was going to leave. So please stop spreading misinformation, guys. Come on. He DC'd this morning. Yeah, so he can DC again, right? Kick Sep out of tournament for DDoSing, I guess. Yeah. Let's see if Incognito Subito gets back. We are basically waiting for them to return. Yeah. So Twitch chat, do you have any fun and awesome stories you'd like to share with us? Like, let's get some peculiar takes. Mr. Prime, what do you think about the release date? Was it expected? Was it not expected? Was it hype? Buff Earth, I have a stat for you, Zuko. Shut up, you talk too much, probably, right? Duh. Oh yeah, last tourney, Gentekian versus Ashel D. That was it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I hopefully we'll see a rematch in round three between Gentekian and Ashel D, because there is a possibility that if Gentekian, oh yeah, Incognito Speedo is back, ready. If Gentekian and Ashel D both win their round two fights, they will be matched up against each other in round three. But let's start. We have a fight going on already with a firebomb immediately to start things off with. The fire blast wave actually hitting both players enabled
Wow.
burnout, by
This
the
very
way.
much is seeming like a mirror matchup.
Yeah, well, it's true, but you know, I feel like Incognito Subito seems to be more reliant on hitting the combo, while Subito is using fire kickback a lot. You can see that, right? I don't see Subito using fire kickback. He's like basically missed all of his fire kickback moves. Not gonna lie, but
Well, to be honest,
both
kickback
fire
can be.
bombs.
Oh yeah, there it
Oh,
is. Kickback can be a really
holy
useful mobility move, and not really much of a damaging move. It really just depends on how the Firebender uses it.
wow! Incognito Subito killing off Deception. That's what you get for being toxic and cocky, bro. Yep, rip Deception. Of course it's Incog. Rest in pepperonis. Incog is dummy good. Well, Incog will be facing Warrior Muffin. That's going to be an interesting fight. And the next rounds are already looking pretty hypey already. So right now we have, yeah, Sep says he was dancing. Yes. Woohoo. So we have 77 versus somebody I do not see on the sheet. Spug. Yeah. Oh, it just didn't auto update. Yeah. 77 versus Spug. Yeah, Earth versus Fire. Who would you give it to?
Normally I think the fight might favor the Firebender, but it really is going to come down to how much 77 has kind of like improved their skills.
Yeah, don't you think like when a Firebender uses that combo? I guess I'm not sure if like Spug is smart enough like to hold back on the combo. I guess while the Earth Shackle is still up. Because like imagine like but basically like fire jetting or flare blitzing into the Earthbender, them catching you in a shackle, and you're there sitting like a turtle duck, not able to move. Well, you know you're slow, you're able to move, but not a lot, and you're silenced for quite a while. I feel like Spug has to change his approach, or at least bait out the shackle first
Yeah.
before engaging with that move.
If I remember correctly, in the previous fight, Spug had Burnout active, which reduces his armor set by a pretty large amount. So that is going to be pretty impactful. With Earth's pretty heavy hitting attacks, getting hit by just one or two projectiles can do like a quarter of Spug's health if he has Burnout active.
Well, we'll see. And no burn. Oh no, actually he did activate burnout with a beautiful sound effect. We can see he actually manages to hit that and uses the fire kickback actually as a mobility move. As you said before, hits 77 with his firebomb. Even didn't land the tick, but 77 has not been able to touch Spug yet.
Yeah,
He's
Spug
been
is
placing a
playing
lot
this
of walls.
exactly how he should be. As a
Yeah.
Firebender versus an Earthbender, it's really important to say it's there's the
Oh,
shackle
and I
though.
told you this is the risk you take by doing that, and Spug takes a gigantic amount of damage. It was true, exactly. Spug is playing this very well, but he should really be careful about that Earth Shackle. That was a beautiful dodge from 77 out of that fire rain right at the last second when the cage went down, using his catapult as far as it can see to get out of dodge. Gets hit
Oh,
by a fire tick, and another
77
shackle
is
hits.
having a really good day with his shots today.
Oh my lord! Oh, that shatter actually missed. I don't think that shatter hit.
I think it actually did. I
But
think it stopped one of Spug's mobility moves there.
oh, I I thought I didn't see any like hit actually hit on connect on Spug, but you're probably right. Well, this is a very, very close match, it seems. Like, both players have been doing quite a lot of damage to each other.
Spug actually has turned off Burnout, which is something that Firebenders don't normally do during a fight. It might have been on accident,
Yeah,
but
not during the fight.
if he made actually the smart decision to kind of give himself some more protection, that might be. Oh, did he? Oh, yeah. He died
No,
from his
he
own
forgot to
flamelets
let
there.
go. Ripped, he died on fall damage. That's the 4-way to die in such a beautiful match. That was so well played by both players. And I feel like the reason that Spug actually wanted it, he wanted Burnout at the start to try and go aggressive and take advantage of perhaps trying to outskill 77. But the moment I guess he realized that point where he got shackled and basically demolished that first combo hit from 77 onto him, I guess made him realize I should probably just stop Burnout completely, and that's where he switched it off. Well played by both players, and 77 moves on against either Tic Tac Jack or Mr. Cafe Man, whose fight we're about to watch in a moment right now. They are. Wait, who is fighting? Um, I need to probably refreshing the challenge. I'm refreshing the bracket. Apparently it's
It seems to be
Matteo.
Ruben
Oh
and
yeah, okay, yeah. We're redoing indeed. We're redoing Ruben versus Matteo since Ruben and since one of them probably wasn't there. Um, but they are both here now, and Matteo Colabo, I guess. I am so sorry for butchering your name like that. Um, but is setting up his stats, their stats right now. Yep, you're right, Quiet Dove. This is a first round match between Matteo versus Ruben Ninja, who's going to be determining who of them will be playing against Gentekian. And this is a fight between two airbenders? Yeah, two airbenders. I haven't really seen Matteo a lot. They have a very equal stat distribution, all 6 stats basically equal. Versus Ruben Ninja, I've seen them a lot more on the server. So I'd probably give it to Ruben Ninja. They also have a relatively equal stat distribution, but they skip protection and penetration. They spec them to the other 4. I would basically give it to the more experienced player who has probably played more as an airbender. And our fight is about to start. Who do I root for? Ruben is my friend and has a town next to mine. Matteo is my friend and in my town. And we are starting the fight. And the fight between Matteo and Ruben Ninja. And Ruben already hitting quite some shots onto Matteo. Both of them are just literally walking next to each other. This is a pretty interesting way to fight. You're basically dancing with each other. Ruben Ninja catches Matteo with his wind slam. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Are they taking the fall? No, they did not take their last fall damage. Guess they used air jump to get out of it. But Matteo already took quite a lot of damage. I'm kind of curious how they will come back. Yep, I guess.
yeah.
This. Oh, well, he used a wind slam. Didn't cancel it though. Perhaps not aware, guys. You can cancel your wind slam. If you feel like you need to cancel it, you can always cancel it preemptively. And yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's a
Yeah, it's
great
pretty clear that both of these guys are.
great display of people like walking right next to each other and having a good time, which is great. You know, I am all in for a good time. I'm happy to see both players participate in our bending tournament. I'm glad to see new people join in. Another win slam will seal the deal. Well played by Ruben Ninja. He will be moving on in his round 2 fight against Gentakian, or Gent. Uh, after our upcoming fight between Mr. Cafe Man and Tic Tac Jack. Um, and Tic Tac Jack actually had a decently prominent fight, I think, a couple of tournaments ago. Tic Tac Jack is a waterbender versus Mr. Cafe Man, who has been reported to usually claim participating for the random reward. Hello, Mr. Cafe Man. Very beautiful skin. But yeah, I wish them good luck. Water versus air. I mean, I highly doubt that this is going to be a rematch of like Ashley versus Foyer Muffin, but
Yeah, this is probably going to be something similar to the last fight.
yeah, probably. No, I mean, I think Tic Tac Jack is relatively skilled. I guess. I feel like they can definitely take this. We are ready. Ready. And we will start our fight in drum rolls. 3, 2, 1, go! And the fight starts between Tic Tac Jack and Mr. Cafe Man, who actually jumped up in the air, trying to land some decent shots, but actually misses all of them. Tic Tac Jack back in the pond, manages to land some shots and dodges all of the shots from Cafe Man. Cafe Man is trying to land some shots himself, but sadly does a rather poor job at landing them.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
rare.
actually lands one.
Yeah, Wind Slam is definitely not going to be as impactful against. Well, actually,
Well, actually, yeah,
that was a
he
surprisingly
managed.
useful Wind Slam by Cafe Man there.
Yeah, I think it was because Tic Tac Jack made a mistake of trying to dolphin dive from the pond on the left to the pond on the right, and got caught as he was dolphin diving. Guys, do not dolphin dive through a wind slam. You will get silenced and you will get stuck in it. But yeah, Tic Tac Jack, albeit having received some hurt from Cafe Man, I feel like or is still ahead in terms of damage because he's been landing a lot of poke. And don't forget that the weaker the skill matchup, the stronger water usually can become because at this point in time, Tic Tac Jack can just heal, right? He's not doing it, but right now he had a very large window to just heal up and basically nullify the wind slam, which would have most likely sealed the deal against Cafe Man, who is trying to find a lion in its like cave, I guess.
Yeah,
You
Cafe
do not
Man
fight
is
a water
definitely
in the
using
pond.
some less common air moves here. I think I actually saw
Yep.
him use an air kick earlier in the fight, which is almost never used.
Well,
And there it
well
is, yeah.
played by both players, and this will mean that Mr. Cafe Man is out of the tourney, and Tic Tac Jack will be facing 77 in our next round. In our upcoming fight, we have Mateo, the person we just saw a moment ago, win. Oh no, yeah, no, sorry, it was Ruben Ninja. My apologies. Ruben Ninja, who won over Mateo, fight against Gent. So this is an Earth versus Air matchup. I feel like Gent has the upper matchup here, the upper hand here, because even though like if you are a very skilled airbender, you might be able to pop an earthbender using the one shot combo.
Yeah,
I mean,
after the last tournament, I know that some of the Earthbenders have definitely been looking into some strategies to avoid that combo. So I think
yeah,
Gent has
and
some tricks up his sleeve to avoid that.
I also don't really necessarily think, seeing what we saw a moment before, that Ruben Ninja has possession of, I guess, a
Yeah, that's also
the
fair.
control of yeah, right, the control of being able to do that. And I feel like Gent is just really
Yeah,
really
he is
experienced.
definitely by far the best Earthbender on the server.
Better than you, Porky? Better than Mark Dan?
Easily. Oh, okay, Mart. Nobody's better than Mart, but
And the fight starts with a couple of earth walls. Ruben is basically stuck between a rock and a hard place, literally. Like, there is a thing, but he's actually trying to
Oh,
go in onto. Uh, he tried to dive in onto Gent, who basically canceled him midair.
yeah, the
Uh,
knockback on Earth's attacks are very impactful, so if you're able to land them and keep an enemy at bay, it's going to be really useful in the fight.
Ruben has a very peculiar strategy against the Earthbender. The shackle does miss, but Ruben tries to get close to the Earthbender, which is something as an Airbender you probably want to avoid doing unless you're doing literally the one-shot combo. Even then, you don't even get close. He's using air scooter and air jump to get close to Gentekian.
These are some very excellent walls by Gent here.
Yeah. Oh, the burst. And,
And
well,
there's the
yep, he
shackle.
hit the shackle.
I think this might be the end of the
But-
fight. Oh,
He didn't capitalize on it. He didn't manage to. The cage. I don't think he had the energy for it. You can see he's slamming his fist. That's how I call it. But due to lack of energy, the shatter does hit and the blast does hit. So Ruben is in a big amount of pain. But the
oh,
wind slam might turn tides.
Well, Gent does have Earth armor active right now, so that's going to be blocking a lot of the damage from that.
Not the fall damage though, right? Because that's true damage as well, as far as I know.
Yep. I mean, it still is going to block a considerable amount of it.
Yeah, and another shackle hits, but Gent again not
He
able
is not
to
having luck
cage
with
around.
these cages today.
Yep. I feel like he's using Shackle when he's low on energy, which means that he just doesn't have the energy to capitalize on it.
Well, it
More
seems
so
like
than
his shackles are pretty the middle stage of them, but well, there it is. The fight's over, so
well played. Well played.
it
Yeah,
definitely
it's
seemed like a one-sided match.
yeah, don't know generally too much about Earth, but I feel like you always Shackle at the start of the combo and you want as much energy as you can have, like, to just enable your combo to go through. But yeah, well played by both players. Gentekian moves forward to fight either against Mustard Shaker or Ashel D. The fight that's coming up in a moment. Gentekian already has PTSD basically against Ashel D from a previous tournament. Let's go ahead and see Ashel D. Oh wait, we'll go back to Mustard and Ashel D later. We're going to do Shadow versus Banana first. Probably because one of them isn't here. Mustard isn't here. Yep, Mustard isn't here, so we're skipping that match, and we're going to round 3. The first match, basically our quarterfinals. Euro Shadow versus Banana Virus. I feel like Euro Shadow is usually a contender to take the cup, take the tournament's title, champion, and I am curious whether Banana Virus can stop him in his tracks, but usually Shadow just stomps over people.
Yep, and I think that's going to be the case for this fight as well.
And as we are doing the ready checks, we are ready, they are ready, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Water versus. Oh my lord, he's
Oh,
stuck.
wow, a high tide, too.
Holy shit, that was insane. Oh, he's dead. He is so dead. Banana Virus is about to literally. Oh, well, the Wind Slam isn't really gonna do much because there's no fall damage. Another cage. Your Shadow is going to probably destroy Banana Virus right here. Banana Virus is literally stressing. The sweat on his forehead, on the skin is very appropriate for this situation. It was a pretty decent reflect wall right there, but yeah, it's Shadow has full control over this fight at this point. Banana Virus has no way to heal. There's literally he's basically messing around with Banana Virus. Like, I'm surprised that Banana Virus is able to still survive, given the amount of damage they actually took. That water whip in the sky was pretty interesting. I think Shadow
Seems like
wanted
Shadow
to
was just
catch.
waiting. Yeah, exactly. He was trying to catch Banana when he was falling down with it.
Yeah. And oh yeah, the water heal comes in, and I like this. I like this. I like just swimming. Look at that 100, 121 I feel like Banana Virus is going to. I don't.
Yeah.
Can Banana Virus even stop that? He's just hiding. Oh, poor Banana
Oh.
Virus. Oh
This is definitely
lord.
going to be the end of the fight here.
Yep, that's a blizzard on poison, right? Isn't
Yep.
it? Yeah, well played. Oh my
Oh no, actually that was
lord.
he was using a steam explosion. So what
Oh
he
yeah, it's
had
please
done
steam
was
explosion. Yeah.
he created an ice cage in the corner of the map, and then he was using phase change to make sure that the ice cage wouldn't actually despawn.
Yeah, exactly. And then like he used phase change again to turn back to ice. That was
Yep.
beautiful. Holy moly, Shadow just looking at his prime right there. That was such a beautiful catch. I feel like he was caught. Banana Virus was caught in the wall of the ice cage, literally just stuck completely, and the high tide just shredded him. And then the heal at the end was like it was icing on the cake. It wasn't necessary, but it was there. Dang, well played. Quiet Dove
Oh.
making a beautiful claim in Twitch chat saying Shadow is the best waterbender the server has ever had. Just saying. Berkey. Alright, I
Uh,
guess.
I
So good.
mean, I'm willing to agree with that to some extent.
I love the heal counter ticking up on the left. That's pretty fun. Oh my lord, look at that. This is funny.
So I think this
And this
upcoming
fight.
fight is going to be one of the probably the most interesting one that we've had so far.
Yeah, I like Incognito Speedo. I didn't expect him to be Deception, to be frankly honest, and he's been playing out of his mind thus far. But I know Warrior Muffin is just a super skilled waterbender. I will never ever underestimate Warrior Muffin ever again. So if I were a betting person, I would probably go for Warrior Muffin. Though, like Incognito Subito is basically the wild card that Warrior Muffin was to me, like the previous tournament. So there is definitely potential for an upset, although I highly doubt it's possible.
Uh, honestly, no. I think Incog is probably going to take this one.
Oh, all right. We're actually, I think for the first time in a tournament, we're thinking that the other person is going to win the fight. Fire armor with burnout, pretty effective, and immediately does the flare blitz into and actually catches Warrior Muffin in the sky with the fire rain. Um, Incognito Subito does a lot of damage to Warrior Muffin right now. You might be right. Just does not give Warrior Muffin any breathing room. This is how I've always advocated a Firebender should be playing against a Waterbender. Always aggressive, onto their face so they cannot heal. And this new combo actually allows the Firebender to really do that. The previous Fire Rain didn't connect, but you can see he keeps flame shotting, he keeps dodging around, and because of the burnout, you know Warrior Muffin must be hurting right now and can't heal at all because of the aggression that Incognito Subito is showing towards Warrior Muffin. And the fire armor is up, which means that Warrior Muffin's damage isn't like that high back onto
I think it's
Incognito
been a
Subito.
solid half a minute since Incog has even been hit. Oh, there's one finally.
Oh, there it is. Yep, exactly.
Warrior has
You
just not been lucky with their
curse him.
attacks. They've just barely been
Yep.
missing.
Oh, but that fire rain right there, it barely missed too. And
Yep.
the ice cage plus heal. Come on. Oh, the fire wall. Actually, oh my lord.
And the solar
Oh.
burst. Yep.
Yeah, this is what I mean. You just gotta stay in their face. Well played by Incognito Subito. I said it right. I feel like the potential to upset is there, but I don't think it's going to happen. But it apparently did. Well played by Incognito Subito. I was surprised to finally see a Firebender really attack with aggression onto a Waterbender. A lot of fights I've seen before between this matchup hadn't gone the way I thought it should be, right? Because you expect the Firebender to really want to be aggressive. They have more DPS than the Waterbender. And Incognito Subito shows that the dream of the Firebenders is still alive. Though Incognito has to prove that once again next round in the semifinals against Hero Shadow. Well, that's gonna be an interesting match. Our next match is 77 versus Tic Tac Jack. I guess once again one of those pretty one-sided matches. where I feel like 77 is probably going to take this, but we'll see how it goes. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 77 immediately starts with the earth armor and a wall just to kind of try and make it harder for Tic Tac Jack to hit any projectiles onto him, and actually succeeds with the walls. You can see that he is able to
Oh, a
curve, and
shackle.
shackle hits. Yep, he's able to curve a lot of the damage, and the shatter even hits through the water, like because the pond isn't too deep. Really well played actually by 77. He's dealing a lot of damage onto Tic Tac Jack, and he's dodging most of the moves. Just got hit by one, I think, blast right there, but like that combo of just putting a wall down and curving your own hit moves, knowing that your opponent has a lot more difficulties curving theirs around the wall, gives him a really high advantage. The Pebble Gatling gun, the blast, the coin, basically he's dealing a truckload of damage. I fear that what Tic Tac Jack really needs right now is basically a high tide like we saw in Your Shadow's fight. Otherwise, he's pretty much done for. Yeah, and the high tide actually launched but misses and is countered by a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really, really, really pretty. I feel like 77 intentionally got close to bait out the high tide and just jumped away from it because he was like barely on the edge of the high tide. Well played by 77. Immediately just capitalizing with a sandstorm and finishing his job. Moving on to the semifinals. And I guess Mustard Shaker hasn't showed up. Porky, are you still here?
Oh, yep, I am.
Oh yeah, okay. Oops. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this fight
and
is
this
going to be Eshel versus Gent.
yeah, Gentekian, because Mustard Shaker isn't here, so they're disqualified because, right now their, fight would be blocking this fight.
So immediately
And
in this fight, I'm getting some flashbacks to the last tournament, where that
yep,
Eshel was able to use that combo against Gent.
yep. Is he going to be able to do it, or has Gentekian found a counter? Good luck to Gentekian because he is currently the underdog until he proves that he's able to counter it. And as we say that, we are ready. The countdown start any moment now in 3, 2, 1. Can Ashel D land his one-shot combo? It's basically a guaranteed kill
Yep.
against Earthbenders.
So you can see Gent consistently using Earth Surf here, which is going to be giving him some fall resistance, which is going to help him a lot if Eshel tries to go for that combo.
That's pretty funny, actually. You saw the combo was attempted. I don't know what that move that looks like slashes. What that move is? That's
Oh,
the one that basically
yeah.
launches the
That's wind carry,
the
actually.
Earth. Yeah,
So
that's wind carry, exactly.
the way
That's
Air's
the one they use.
combo works, from what I understand, is they use wind carry and then they use air punch to knock them that extreme distance into the sky.
But look at that! The shackle into a very strong Earth Shatter. Actually, just like you can see that wind carry is not successful in Gentekian. I'm not sure, but it's not able to carry Gentekian up with enough velocity. Using an Earth Surf or Earth, wait, yeah, Earth Surf, right? I keep calling it Earth Scooter. I need to take away that name. Oh, but
Yep.
look, yeah.
That surf is really.
That's the
coming into-
counter. That's the counter. Oh Lord, Ashel D's dreams. They're all shattered, all broken.
He is timing these perfectly.
Yeah.
Every
It's
single
a
time
really
Eshel goes for that
interesting-
combo, Gent is just able to block it with a scooter or a surf.
Well, does actually miss the shackle, and they took quite some fall damage right there because they didn't manage to the Earth Surf right there. But I feel like the fight is relatively even because like the carry is hitting quite some damage onto Gentekian, who now basically catapulted. I feel like Gentekian is currently trying to save some energy. Now he has Earth Surf again. Fortunately, that wall timed out. Oh, but actually gets launched into the sky, but didn't manage to capitalize. Actually, didn't manage to capitalize on that. The shackle barely misses. But Ashel D is taking quite a load of damage. I feel like Ashel is on the back foot right now, actually taking collision damage from the Earth there. It's it is anyone's game. Actually, can still, you can see like he manages to land the wind carry at times. Maybe now, nope, it's pretty late. No, yeah, doesn't get the fall damage off. So it's he's trying it. He's trying it, but Jentakian has found a very strong counter. Well played by Jentakian. It's their service. You know, the strategies are evolving. I love it. I love people, you know, finding insane combos and then others finding the counter to it. But yeah, I feel like Ashel is about to die right now. I feel like they've taken more damage than Jentakian overall. And unless they can land the one-shot combo without Jentakian being in their Earth Surf, I fear that Ashel is done for.
If I'm honest,
but
I don't think Gent's even less than 75% of their health.
yeah, I
it
agree
seems like
with you.
Eshel's been going for that knockback, the fall damage combo this whole time, and a lot of Air's knockback
Yeah, right,
abilities do little to no damage. So I think Gent's just been chipping away at their health without taking much themselves.
Yeah, so the combo itself is the one where you know wind carry up like this, you
Oh.
jump up into the sky and then use a wind slam, but he didn't manage to do it again. Like I feel like Ashel D is also just off right now. If this was Ashel of previous month, that wind carry would have led to a kill. And there he goes. Well played by Ashel D. Sadly, did not manage to kill Jentakian, who found a counter to the one-shot combo. Well played. Well played. Great job. I can, let me just, I'll fix that real quick. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay, cool. Sweet. Thank you. We're back. Well played. And this means that we'll have an earthbending semifinal. It's 77 versus Jentakian. But first, we'll have the other semifinal, which I'm super excited for. Euro Shadow versus Incognito Subito, a promising upcoming firebender who's playing really aggressively. But Euro Shadow is not a slack. Like we saw like a clear skill difference, a clear skill gap between Warrior Muffin and Euro Shadow previously, where Warrior Muffin wasn't able to beat the opponents that Euro Shadow basically slammed down. So I'm afraid again, I guess, for Incognito Subito, but I would probably have to give this to Euro Shadow again. I just don't want to caster curse Incognito Subito. That's basically it.
Yeah,
Shadow is just too scary.
I think it is fair just to give this to Shadow off the bat, but it really just depends on how much Incognito has been able to hone their skills in the last few weeks. Because they have been learning how to firebend almost perfectly, a lot faster than anybody else on the server, I think, ever has.
Yeah, and immediately the combo, right? The burnout with the fire armor, but you can see that Euro Shadow, gets hit with the Flare Blitz.
They actually landed a kickback.
Also uses a fire rain, but that's probably not going to land. Yeah, the nice ice cage around him. But he keeps landing that fire blast wave. Do you see that? Like he landed it twice already. Another fire rain on.
He's able to land the fire blast wave to knock Shadow off of the ice, which is going to stall
exactly
and prevent some ice spears from being fired.
Yeah, he's going aggressive, and I love this playstyle. I wish I was as good as Incognito Subito. I'm not able to do what he's doing right now, because this playstyle is really like one that I really admire. Going really aggressive, but you can see that phase change, the ice cage with more phase changes. And that misses the Flare Blitz with the Fire Blast Wave combo right there. Nice little spear, but misses too. And he actually hits some of those. Yeah, the flame shots with Fire Jet, and this one was the Fire Kickback. And the first tick of damage actually landed from the Solar Burst.
Actually,
though not the rest didn't land.
I think the first tick of that Solar Burst might have been blocked by Shadow's Splash there, but I think he still got hit by the second and third one.
Yeah, I saw he got hit by the solar burst. It's fine. But I feel like your Shadow's situation is pretty dire right now. He's not landing too many shots himself while he's getting hit quite a lot with this peculiar combo Fire Jet plus Fire Rain. Like basically where you can see Incognito is hovering over your Shadow, where after he basically uses a Fire Rain, which makes it really difficult for your Shadow to get out with a Fire Rain. And in the meantime, oh
Wow.
look, this is a massive upset. It is unexpected. He just literally beat a champion.
I think you could
This
definitely
is
see Shadow start to panic at the end of the fight there.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's because like it's this play style. It's super aggressive, and your Shadow isn't used to that. He's usually the person that controls the fight. It's basically, it's basically an aggressive player versus a controlling player. If the aggressive player is able to stay aggressive enough, the controlling player runs out of controlling options and basically concedes the fight because they have nothing else to fall back to. Great, great plays by Incognito Subito, and I'm super hyped to see him in the finals. Holy moly. Well, right now we have an earthbending matchup. It's a pretty awesome earthbending matchup too, because we didn't see both of these players make it far in the last tournament because of Ashel D, who just got knocked out of the tournament by Jintekian. Now, finally, these two brothers in arms meet in battle against each other. Who do you favor in this match? Jintekian or 77?
If I'm honest, I think Jen's probably gonna pretty easily win this one. I think he's just
Oh.
kind of miles ahead above everybody else in earthbending.
Oh, all right. Strong talk. I wouldn't know, but we'll see in a moment as both players are ready and we are ready too. So the fight starts right now. Gentekian and both 77 basically starting with some earth walls. I'm not sure like what the idea behind surrounding yourself with walls against another earthbender is.
Well,
Basically,
the thing
they're
is they
trying
have
to
access to
build your.
seismic sense, which gives them a
Oh,
highlight
that's
of
true.
the other player. So at that point, it really comes down
Yeah.
to if you're able to land the attacks. Like,
And
even
we
with
just
the walls
heard
being
that
there.
move, right? You just heard that. That's the seismic sense move. That's exactly true as you said it. Great predictions by Porky right here. Oh, but the shackle misses from 77, and Gent hasn't thrown out his shackle yet. So, yeah, this is basically make a wall, try and curve yours around the wall, like, but avoid them from placing theirs. They're basically building Republic City here for us, just a couple more walls, guys, and we'll have it ready, right? Somewhere in like 2050 or something. Well, their first Earth is a pretty interesting matchup, and actually,
Oh, the shackle.
Gentekin hits with the shackle and lands an Earth Blast and a
Unfortunately, I think he
coin
was
right
too
afterwards.
far away to like properly use that, but
Yeah,
it's still
true.
pretty
He was too
impressive
far
that he
away.
landed it.
But he did land his shackle in 77, just missed his. So again, Gent will have the upper hand when his shackle is off cooldown, and 77 won't be able to retaliate.
I think 77's actually doing a lot better than I expected. He's landing a lot of his Earth coins, which are going to be the main source of damage for Earth. So it honestly might be a bit of a toss-up.
That curving Earth Blast a moment ago was so pretty by Gent, and I don't think he has his seismic sense anymore. I don't think it lasts this long.
Well, actually, I
So
think a good Earthbender can keep it up pretty much the whole entire fight.
but we didn't hear the sound effects. I'm not too familiar with the sound effects, right? I would think that I'd need to hear the sound effect again. I'm not sure, but
there's
there we go. We just heard it again, and that's basically them trying to find their opponents. Look at that Earthless! Oh my lord! It's like so close every time. And they're like high energy Earth Blasts too. They're big air, and then again, the shackle hits from Gent, and actually 77 is just cornered completely. Literally needs to go through one of Wake's mazes to get out of the terrain destruction caused by the walls and the earth shatter. But yeah, I feel like Gentekian is definitely ahead in this fight. Yeah, it's literally dodgeball, as Barely decides to set. And again, Gent actually dodges the shackle and hits his own. Once again, I feel like, that is the big, um, like, decisive factor in winning this battle. Like, Gent has hit 3 or 4 shackles by now, and 77 hasn't hit any. So, just alone by that already, Gent has been able to land some free shots on 77. Though definitely very admirable uh, plays by, and another one where Gentakian hits his shackle, but 77 misses his. I mean, an admirable performance by 77. He's going against a really, really good Earthbender. But I feel like Gent is super ahead at this point. And both Earthbenders do not have the ability to heal, so it's basically sustained damage over time. How long is this going to last? This one, Ruben Ninja is asking in chat. Well, actually, Gent actually missed his Earth Shackle for the first time in a while now, and hits another beautifully curved Earth Blast over the wall. Oh, this one barely missed around the wall. Another wall barely missed around the wall. He keeps doing these, walls and then one single Earth Blast, and he just curves it beautifully, trying to aim it right in front of where 77 tries to move. Oh, Gent does get hit by a shackle. I get some. 1 second, please. Okay, that's not important right now. And 77 does go down. Rest in peace, as predicted. Well played by Gentekian, who manages to land most of his shots. It's most of his shackles, basically. That was what made, in my opinion, what made the big difference between Gent winning and 77 losing, because he was unable to poke him as much. Well, and do we have a third place match? Let me see if we have a. Do we? Is it final now? I think we have the third place match first between 77 and Euro Shadow, which is going to be really interesting. Euro Shadow probably super pissed off losing his fight against Incognito Subito. Probably going to unleash all of his wrath to at least take third place. I feel like this is definitely in Shadow's bag. What you think, Porky?
Oh yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
We are.
The matchup for Earth and Water fights pretty much always favors Water, I think.
It's because like it's hard as an Earthbender to capitalize against a Waterbender, though it's not impossible. We saw Tic Tac Jack losing against 77. That was an Earth versus Water matchup too, but
The thing is,
Tic Tac Jack isn't your Shadow.
yeah, a good waterbender like Shadow is able to use stuff like Creeping Ice to kind of remove the earth sources that 77
Yeah.
can use.
That's a really good point too. Like literally, creeping ice underneath their feet make them basically useless. Make them feel like a waterbender out of the water without a water bucket. Now we need an earth bucket for earthbenders, because waterbenders would keep creeping ice below their feet. Oh boy. Yeah, it's but yeah, it's basically a waiting match right now. Euro Shadow is not going to actively attack 77. 77 has to go and attack, or Euro Shadow, because if he doesn't, he'll just heal up, and the sustained damage will always be in favor of Euro Shadow. So
Shadow's actually
basically
really, he's landing multiple Ice Spears, which are probably like the highest damaging ability in the whole entire game right now.
And also, like, this is another Earth Shackle, 2 Earth Shackles by now that 77 has missed. And yep,
He's
yep,
actually
the High
able to
Tide
get him
lands.
inside the high tide. Yep.
Oh, rest in peace. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for 77. I I feel bad for him. He performed really well during the entire tournament, but this matchup is, I guess, rather unfair. Oh, but lands a nice shackle. Maybe is able to retaliate. Does hit a couple of moves, some shatter and a blast right at the edge of it. Blocks Mirror Shadow with a wall. I like that. That was pretty creative. The coin did some damage too, but like the problem is basically that he's too far behind at this point for his damage to even matter. Like, he's low HP and he has to actively engage on Euro's Shadow. Euro's Shadow is basically playing with his food at this point. He can, if he wants to, he can just stay back and heal up. Just pop the heal for a couple of ticks, and
Well,
that's it.
honestly, when it comes to finding an Earthbender, it's actually pretty hard to use a heal instead of an Ice Cleave, because the Earthbender can just
Yeah,
use a Shatter and hit them pretty easily.
yeah, but right now, for example, right, you can at least get a tick of see
Oh,
a
that
tick
was...
of heal off.
I actually don't think so. I think the heal doesn't actually start until at least a second of having the heal active. So I don't think
Yeah,
Shadow
but
actually got anything off of that.
so right now you see he uses catapult, right? He cannot actually get to you within a second. You can definitely get a tick or two of healing in, and
Well, the thing
okay,
is,
your heal.
heal also silences all of your abilities for multiple seconds, so you're gonna make yourself
Can you not
extremely
cancel it?
vulnerable. No, actually, I don't think so. I think you can, but it's still gonna cleave the
Ooh.
silence for 3 seconds.
That is an interesting one. I did not know about this, but your shadow does end up killing 77. We all learn throughout this fight about this stuff, and I guess this is why Warrior Muffin in the previous tournament didn't end up healing a lot either, because yeah, of that downside. I mean, it has a huge upside if you can manage to land it. But yeah, the fight of the tournament between Jentakian, who has upset against Ashel D with his beautiful counter for the one-shot combo, using Earth Surf to basically not let go of his Earthly Tether, to basically pin himself onto the floor. Um, and against Incognito Subito, who has shown a phenomenal performance, an incredible aggression against Waterbenders. He has defeated Deception, Warrior Muffin, and Euro Shadow to get here. He has also defeated Ubu. Oh no, wait, no, that was Deception who beat Ubu. But like those are not small names. Like Jentakian has a worthy opponent in front of him. Who do you think will take this, Porky?
I honestly have no idea. It really is just gonna
Yep,
depend on who's able to
same,
perform the best here.
same here. All right, we're ready, and they are ready. So why are we waiting anymore? We're going to be starting in 3-ish. Waiting, I said ready. Ready. Oh yeah, there we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. And immediately starts with again, the burnout with the fire armor. The firebomb misses right there, but you can see it's harder for Incognito Subito to engage onto Jentakian, and he cannot allow himself to make the same mistake as happened before, where I'm not sure who it was. It was a firebender against an earthbender who basically dove into the earthbender and got shackled and shattered. Basically, that is the mistake he has to avoid. So he has to try and bait out the shackle and then go in really aggressively. We saw the Fire Blast wave misses right there, but the Flare Blitz does hit, and actually the Shackle misses, which is huge. This is the moment where Incognito Subito has been waiting for. He has to go in now. He has to deal a lot of damage right now, but actually misses a lot of his moves and gets hit on counters, on multiple counters. A coin, a blast, a shatter even hitting. But actually, Jentakian is being hit right back at it. I feel like the shatter is off cooldown now, and now Incognito Subito has to be a bit more calm. Try and bait it out. Jinteki has shown before that he throws out these shackles um, in a less optimal manner at times, because it's not like he saves his shackle. What I would like to see Jinteki do is save the shackle for when the firebender really gets close to you, which is he seems to be doing right now. He's not using shackle at all. He's actually trying to dodge away from Incognito Subito. Does get hit again though. And this is the time for a shackle, I feel. Yeah, the shackle lands. Good job by Jinteki. Can he actually... Nope. Well, I mean, I guess I saw a coin right there, but that's about it. And he actually gets hit by quite a lot of damage himself. Fire rain and fire bombs falling down. I feel like Incognito Subito's Solar Burst is back up off of cooldown in a moment, anytime now. Hits another Fire Blast wave. But I feel like he's going to want to do it right here, especially, oh my lord, he wins! I would say especially once Jinteki misses his Earth Shackle, but Incognito Subito just destroys Jinteki. How much health do they have left? We want to know, Incognito health. We need to know. We need to know. Let's quote Incognito Subito. They're saying I was traumatized from all the losses versus Ugent, so my heart was beating 3.5 hearts. So that's approximately like 70 health. They weren't that low. That was well played. I did not think a firebender would take a tourney. Finally, a firebender is making me proud. Thank you, Incognito Subito. Deception and Spug haven't been able to do it. They've disappointed me every single tournament, but finally, we have a firebender who won the tourney. Thank you, Incognito Subito. I think that's the first fire winner since Porky, indeed. Quite the maybe right. Thank you everybody for watching and participating in the tournament. We yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, things
I'm
are
not sure
definitely getting a bit chaotic here.
Yeah, this is gonna get pretty chaotic here, and I see like a broadcast of Cafe Man winning the raffle. I'm not sure if it's true, but I would like to highlight one thing, guys. If you enjoyed this, please check out our trailer. I'll post it in chat again. Give me a second as I do so. Probably have an announcement. Let me just go ahead and grab the link there. Or Discord is also lagging. Let me just close this. We will be raiding somebody soon, but in the meantime, let me just go ahead and there we go. Grab the link. Copy. There we go, and paste it in chat. Check out our trailer, everybody. We are planning to release on the 1st of January. That's when our release event is planned, on 7 PM UTC+0. We will be releasing more blog posts in the near future, explaining more about our downtime leading up to it, because we will be down for a bit. We are planning to have quite a decent amount of downtime, just because we need to get everything sorted. But after that, we hope to be able to present all of the content we've been working across the years towards all of you. We'd like to thank all of you for watching, participating. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed the announcement. We hope you enjoyed the teasers. We hope you enjoyed the blog posts all leading up to this. Quiet Dove is in chat. I'm sure he's super proud that we've finally been able to reach to this point. Porky, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience? We have 13 viewers right now.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was muted there. No, I don't think I have anything to add. I think you summarized it pretty well.
Well, and I would like to thank everybody for watching. Let's find somebody to raid. I'm trying to find somebody real quick to go ahead and raid. Directory, Minecraft. Oh, Gam, not Gum. Let's see. We want to have a family-friendly stream.
Okay, I think I disabled the audio for the stream, so I don't think they can hear. Well, actually, they can hear me, so